Welcome to xGameZones, hub to latest popular games, reviews, preview and news. Green Hell still comes across as a refreshing survival game. The difficulty level of the game will have many players screaming bloody green hell. Initially, patience is key in learning as you go. If you do decide to stick with it, you'll be treated to a rewarding experience. Survival games seem to be a dime a dozen nowadays. To be quite honest, I was feeling somewhat uninspired when first asked to review developer CreepyJar's first original survival game project, Green Hell. My first thoughts were, how can this be any different than Conan Exiles, Atlas, Ark, Survival Evolved, and all the other candidates I failed to mention. Well, thankfully I was pleasantly surprised, and if there's one thing that's certain, the hell in Green Hell isn't because it's easy. Please subscribe in our YouTube channel and follow and like us on Facebook #xGameZones. Visit our site at www.xgamezones.com for more gaming review. First, a little background on the setting. If you choose to play the tutorial, highly recommended, you'll be introduced to some backstory and some basic concepts. You play as Dr. Jake Higgins, who is a renowned anthropologist famous for publishing a book about his studies. He has been studying in the Amazon for several years along with his girlfriend/interpreter Mia. In the tutorial, you and Mia head back to the camp to interpret the Yabawaka tribe. Unfortunately, Jake has made some potential enemies in the Yabawaka tribe due in part to his book. Mia tries to study the tribe, on her own. Eventually, you lose contact with her and set out to find her. This is where the real game begins. In the early going, the going is rough, so fair warning, prepare to die quite a bit. Green Hell is about exploration and learning things, sometimes by trial and error and sometimes by a big error. In story mode, you're given some high-level goals/direction, but early on it's rough. Part of the difficulty is because you can't save your game until you build a shelter, as denoted in your handy-dandy notebook. Survival means having to monitor many factors above and beyond the typical hydration and hunger. You have to monitor your macro elements, a state of well-being, energy level and health. You can be poisoned by venom, food poisoning, and many other environmental factors. All of these types of factors have a negative effect on your sanity. There are some cool side effects to losing your sanity that adds realism to the game that you'll find out on your own. You'll spend a lot of time looking on the ground waiting for things to highlight. This typically works for stones, sticks, etc. There are some elements like plants that don't share this convenience, so you'll have to chop down something that looks useful and see what is placed in your backpack. A lot of times just stumbling upon an item will create a new entry in your notebook. In the process of surviving, you're susceptible to wounds, bruises, dirty hands, and other unique things like leeches. Green Hell has an inspect command, so you can check the health of all 4 limbs and can rotate them side to side so you can check top and bottom. The game is broken up into days, as one would expect. This means you need to manage day and night and sleep cycles. Sleep on the bare ground. You might wake up with some worms on you. Aesthetically speaking, the game is gorgeous, especially the fauna during the day in a rainstorm, lots of rainstorms, as this is the Amazon forest. Voiceovers are well done as well without sounding cheesy. This is where the tutorial does a great job of investing your interest. Green Hell also offers gameplay in a survival mode and cool challenges mode, whereby you can select a feat to try to achieve, for example start a fire before the rescue airplane arrives in 10 minutes. If you have any comments or suggestion, feel free to comment below. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe in our YouTube channel and follow and like us on Facebook #xGameZones. For more gaming review, visit our site at www.xgamezones.com. Don't forget to click the notification bell.